The story begins inside a high-security prison where discipline and fear coexist behind concrete walls. Sam, a young and inexperienced prison guard, believes he understands danger after working among hardened male inmates. But that belief shatters when he becomes the target of blackmail. One inmate corners him with a threat that could destroy his life, demanding that Sam smuggle illegal items or face exposure that would land him behind bars as a prisoner himself. Fear takes control, and the situation spirals when Sam confronts the inmate, leading to a violent altercation that leaves the prisoner badly injured. Sam lies to protect himself, claiming self-defense, and although some guards support his story, the damage is already done. His name is now tied to violence, suspicion, and instability inside the prison system. To prevent retaliation from other inmates, Sam is temporarily moved to the watchtower. From above, he witnesses chaos brewing in the yard, a brutal fight erupting among prisoners. Acting on instinct, he sounds the alarm, triggering an aggressive response from the guards. What follows is confusion, gunfire warnings, tear gas, and unintended consequences that worsen the situation. When the dust settles, questions are raised about Sam's judgment and presence on the tower. The warden, furious and determined to assert control, debates Sam's future. Despite objections and attempts to protect him, a controversial decision is made. Sam is transferred to the women's prison, a place underestimated by outsiders but known by veterans as far more dangerous in subtle and psychological ways. From the moment Sam enters the women's ward, the atmosphere shifts. The danger here is quieter, wrapped in manipulation, charm, and calculated behavior. Female inmates openly test him, using flirtation and provocation as weapons. Some guards warn him that the women are just as dangerous as the men, only smarter in how they operate. Sam dismisses these warnings, comparing his new assignment to a vacation after the brutality of the men's prison. That arrogance becomes his weakness. Among the inmates, Cherry stands out. Intelligent, observant, and dangerously aware of Sam's inexperience, she begins to study him closely, tracking his routines, reactions, and emotional vulnerabilities. Cherry's behavior is subtle at first. She creates moments of connection, vulnerability, and trust, drawing Sam into a false sense of control. He convinces himself that he is simply being compassionate, that he can manage boundaries. But the prison cameras see everything, and so do other inmates. Slowly, Cherry isolates Sam, engineering situations that pull him away from supervision and into blind spots. She pretends to be unwell, manipulates her way into restricted areas, and eventually lures Sam into a stairwell with no cameras. In that moment, his lack of experience becomes fatal. He hesitates, conflicted between duty and emotion, and that hesitation costs him everything. What follows is swift and horrifying. Cherry turns on him without warning, stabbing him repeatedly while screaming for help. She crafts a convincing narrative in seconds, presenting herself as a victim defending against an assault. Blood, chaos, and screams bring others running, and Cherry emerges as the apparent survivor of an attack by a guard who crossed the line. Sam's innocence, hesitation, and emotional vulnerability make him the perfect scapegoat. In a prison system built on control and appearances, truth becomes secondary to perception. However, cracks begin to form in Cherry's story. Other inmates notice inconsistencies, behaviors that do not align with self-defense. Investigators uncover patterns, and slowly the truth surfaces. Cherry is not a victim but a predator. She confesses not only to manipulating Sam but to a previous murder, revealing that her actions were driven by revenge against authority figures she despised. Sam was never her target personally. He was simply the easiest one to destroy. The story ends as a grim warning. Sam's transfer was meant to protect him, but instead it exposed him to a different kind of violence, one that thrives on psychology rather than brute force. His failure was not cruelty or corruption, but naivety. The women's prison, underestimated and misunderstood, proves to be a battlefield where the unprepared do not survive. What appears calm on the surface hides danger far more calculated and lethal. If this story kept you hooked, Share your thoughts below. Do you believe Sam was truly at fault? Or was he a victim of a system that failed to prepare him for psychological warfare? Would you survive in a place where manipulation is more dangerous than fists? Like the video if you enjoyed this intense breakdown. Subscribe for more dark and gripping movie recaps. And turn on notifications so you never miss another story that exposes the hidden realities behind closed doors.